Friends, I'm here again with a new professional indicator. I want to say this sincerely. This is not financial advice. However, compared to my previous systems, I believe I have created a much stronger and more professional structure because I am constantly trying to make the best even better. I continue improving the system with the mindset that if you win, I will win too. I prepared 4 different replay demonstrations for you. The first one is Bitcoin, the second one is oil, the third one is Solana USDT, and the fourth one will be the gold USD chart. Please watch these videos carefully because I especially wanted to show how the system works in different markets. At the end of the video, you will also be able to watch the charts silently without my voice. I will also explain the settings section and other details separately, friends. In addition, the panel system on the right side is now fully global, friends. You can translate the panel section into a total of 11 different languages: Turkish, English, Spanish, German, French, Italian, Portuguese, Arabic, Russian, Chinese, and Korean. Not only the panel system, friends, but the alert system also automatically changes according to the language you select. While setting up the alert, the system, not only the panel system, friends, but the alert system also automatically changes according to the language you select. While setting up the alert, the system may appear in English. However, once the alert is triggered, it automatically comes in the language you selected. In other words, whichever language the panel is using, the alert system will work in the same language as well. It has a really excellent alert system. Friends, now let's move on to the settings section. In this indicator, the most important adjustments are actually made from 2 main sections. The first one is the signal profile section, where you can find different signal intensity options. Very frequent is the mode that gives the most signals. It produces more buy and sell signals, but works more aggressively. Frequent also gives signals frequently, but it is not as aggressive as very frequent. Balanced is the balanced mode. It does not give signals too often or too rarely, and it is one of the most ideal settings for general use. Rare gives fewer signals, but the signal quality becomes stronger. Very rare is the mode that gives the fewest signals. It opens fewer trades but works more selectively and more safely. In short, friends, if you want more signals, you can choose very frequent or frequent. If you want a more balanced usage, you can choose balanced. If you want fewer but stronger signals, you can choose rare or very rare. Friends, the second settings section is the manual signal gap, sideways filter section. The logic here is also very simple. It is especially used to reduce excessive buy and sell signal spam in sideways markets. The minimum bars between all signals setting adjusts the minimum waiting time between all signals. The short waiting bars after long setting determines how long the system should wait before giving a short signal after a long signal appears. The long waiting bars after short setting determines how long the system should wait before giving another long signal after a short signal appears. The logic here is the same. If you lower the numbers, you will receive more frequent signals. If you increase them, you will receive fewer but stronger and cleaner signals. These values can work differently in crypto, Forex, oil, gold, and stock markets. That's why you can easily optimize the system for yourself simply by increasing or decreasing these numbers while looking at the chart, friends. Friends, here you can also change the long, short, or buy, sell labels however you want. In other words, you can fully customize the label section according to your own preferences. In the panel section, there are mini, small, medium, and normal size options available. Friends, I especially added the mobile compact mode feature for mobile users. This way, you can use the system more comfortably on phone screens. You can also move the panel to any corner you want, such as top right, top left, bottom right, or bottom left. In other words, it has a fully professional panel system that is compatible with both mobile and desktop devices. Friends, the image you are currently watching is a replay demonstration made on the 1-minute oil chart. While you are watching the replay demonstration, I will also give you information about this indicator at the same time. Friends, This is a paid indicator. You can access these indicators through the YouTube Join section. I will add both the link for this indicator and the links for my other professional indicators in the description section of the video. Friends, each indicator has its own different setting system and usage logic. I explain one by one in the videos how to adjust the settings, how to use the system in different markets, and all other details. Friends, I especially recommend watching the videos carefully because one of the biggest mistakes people make is asking for settings or links before fully watching the video. I used to share my indicators for free, but the systems I spent weeks working on often did not receive the value they deserved. That is why I converted the system into package plans. Friends, currently there are a total of 21 different professional indicators, and I separated them into packages suitable for different budgets. There are 1 indicator packages, 3 indicator packages, 6 indicator packages, and a full package that includes all indicators. I will also share the YouTube Join link and the links for the other indicators below the video. Friends, after purchasing a package according to your budget from the YouTube Join section, you must write your TradingView username in the comments section under the video. Friends, the package system currently includes 1 indicator, 3 indicator, 6 indicator, and full packages. After purchasing, you simply write your TradingView username in the comments. Then I see your message, and since I assign numbers to all indicators, you write the number and name of the indicator you want, friends. Currently, there are a total of 21 professional indicators. For example, if you want indicator number 1, 5, or 12, it is enough to write its number and name. After that, I add the indicator to your account. Then you go to TradingView, click on the indicators section, and enter the invite-only scripts section on the lower left side. There you will see the indicators I added to your account, friends. As soon as you click on the indicator, it will automatically be added to your chart. Just so you know, friends. Also, none of the content shown here is financial advice, friends. We are not directly telling anyone to buy or sell. We are only showing example charts and example usage. Everyone is responsible for their own risk management, trades, and settings. That is why I especially recommend learning the settings section carefully and optimizing the system according to your own preferences. Friends, the image you are currently watching is a replay demonstration on the daily chart of Solana USDT. In the next replay demonstrations, I will also show the gold chart. Friends, I am not speaking here so you can quietly watch the system and the chart demonstration. Friends, the image you are currently watching is a replay demonstration made on the 4-hour gold chart. On the panel section on the right side, I especially try to show both Turkish and English system examples. I also want to mention another important detail. Friends, this system works on both normal candlestick charts and Heikin Ashi candles. However, since the calculation logic of normal candles and Heikin Ashi candles is different, the success rate, alert triggers, and some signal results may show small differences. For example, while you may see around a 60% success rate on normal candles, you may see around 58% on Heikin Ashi candles, or sometimes even higher results. This completely depends on the candle structure being used and the volatility of the market. Friends, now I want to talk about another important topic. Most people only focus on the success rate, but the most important thing is not the success rate alone. For example, here the system shows approximately 93% net profit from a total of 232 trades. Even if the success rate is lower, what really matters is whether the system leaves you in profit in the long run. The important thing here is your profitability and your overall gains, friends. Especially pay attention to the TP1, TP2, TP3, TP4, and TP5 levels. When you watch the replay demonstration, you will notice that the system automatically draws the target levels before the price even reaches those areas. When the price reaches those areas, reversals can often happen. That's why knowing how to take profit is very important, friends. You can take profits partially from the TP levels or use stop-loss trades. I especially recommend using stop-loss protection. Friends, also this system works on 1-minute charts. 5-minute charts, and 15-minute charts as well. But each time frame has different settings. The settings for 1-minute charts will be different. The settings for 5-minute charts will be different. And the settings for gold, crypto, and Forex markets will also be different. That's why you need to optimize the settings according to the market you are personally using. Friends, I wish everyone great profits. Friends, don't forget to like the video, share it, and recommend it to your friends. If you have any problems or questions, you can write them in the comments section, and I will try to help as much as I can, friends. If you want more hidden strategies and professional indicators like this, everything depends on just one comment and one subscription from you. Friends, I sincerely thank all of you in advance.